So here's a clip that I did on console right here, and I just want to show you like the difference in the speed that you can aim between console and PC. And then here's PC right here. Like I mean, it literally looks like I sped up the footage almost compared to the console. Like, it's crazy how much faster you can aim. So here's console again. Like, it looks like a snail is playing when I look back at these console clips. And the crazy thing is, I've been playing on console my whole life. PC, I have maybe like 200 hours put in. Here's console, PC. And you can get shots like that. Like, this is why that I switched over to PC. And then another thing is, like, you can play it way faster frames per second too. So like, even if your eyes can't, like, if you just look at a clip that's like 60 FPS and then look at one that's 100, I can't really tell the difference just by looking at it. But it makes a difference when you play, like when you go for like fast flick shots like that, it makes it a lot easier to get those. It's like if they play at 60 FPS, you play at like 120 frames per second. You're at 120 frames per second, you're literally going to see an enemy before they can see you. Like, it's a very small amount, but in a video game, small amount makes a big difference. Another thing is PCs get much better graphics. Like playing in Battlefield, I have my graphics settings set, all the settings set to low. On PC, you can choose your graphics settings to make the frames per second higher, and the graphics are still better than on console. And specifically with Battlefield, it plays a lot better on PC too. There seems to be less glitches. Like on console, the spectator mode literally doesn't even work. It just crashes my Xbox every time. Some other things that are better about PC, like you can make your PC a lot cooler looking, a lot more customizable, you know, get RGB lights all over it. You can really make it look crazy cool and however you want. Another thing is between games, the aim is going to feel a lot more similar. Like when you play on console, going between, say you're switching between like Halo and Call of Duty, the aim feels totally different. Or even switching like between, you know, Halo 3 and Halo 5 or something like that. Like the way the aim assist works is different. They'll have the sensitivity of the vertical and horizontal will be different in certain games. So like learning a new game, it's kind of like you have to learn to aim all over again. It's totally different. On a PC, it's all the same. It's all just a direct movement of how far you're moving your hand. So it's easier to like transition between games to get your aim down. You also, with PC, you get a lot more variety in controls. Like, I play with a controller in my left hand and a mouse with a bunch of buttons on it in my right hand. And there's, you know, a ton of different mice you can use, like wired, wireless, like different mouse pads with different teeth on them to make it feel way different. Like, there's just way more variety and way more customization in the controls. And with any game pretty much on PC, you can just map any single button to what you want it to. With console, you need to buy like an like a scuff controller or something like that a lot of the time to do that. It's more of a pain in the ass. Like on PC, the controls are just so much more customizable, way more variety in controls. Also, if you're trying to record or stream, way better with PC. Like, you can get much better quality recordings with a PC. Streaming is a lot better. Like, even if you're just streaming on the same PC and you have a cheap PC, it's going to look a lot better than if you're streaming directly from your console. Basically, if you want your stream to look good from a console, you have to stream it through a PC with a capture card. Or if you have a PC, you can just use that one machine to do everything. You don't have to use a capture card. Those are pretty much the things that are better about PC that I've noticed, but here's some stuff that's worse about PC. It's better with console. So console is like way easier to set up. Like, you literally just buy it, you plug it into the power, and it just works. A PC, like, you have to download all sorts of stuff, and you have way more problems with getting things to work. Like, you know, I spent a lot of money on my PC to get a certain frames per second in the specific game, and then it wasn't up there at first where it should have been low frames per second, so I found out I had to go into like the BIOS in the PC and change the RAM speed to be able to go at the speed of the RAM that I bought. And then it worked, and then it stopped working, and then just some random problem was bothering me. I had to do like a clean boot with the PC to get that to work, and then the you know, my streaming software is all glitchy, getting that to work. Like when you stream with a console, through the console, you just press a button and it just works. With PC, it's like you'll have way more problems, spend a lot more time just setting up crap, so that's super annoying. Another thing that's kind of true, kind of not true, console is sort of cheaper. I mean, you can buy an Xbox new now that comes with a controller for like $180 or something. You know, you can get a used one even cheaper probably. But you know, when consoles are new, they cost about $350, I think, with a controller. You could get a PC for $350, probably get a cheap keyboard and mouse with it. Some PC parts have they have game bundles too that comes with free games, even like consoles. And you could be able to play most games like 60 frames per second. I think if you spent like $300 on a PC, I'm pretty sure you could do that. And I mean, the consoles, like the Xbox, the old Xbox consoles and PlayStation, they only play games at 30 frames per second. But with the new consoles, this will change a bit. They're going to be able to play higher frames per second and better graphics, but they might be more expensive too, I'm not sure. They're not going to come out for like another year. Obviously, a huge thing about consoles, you can play split screen, you know, with your friends on the couch, play with 4 people at once. That's really sweet. I don't think you can do that on PC. Correct me if I'm wrong. Console, I also have more lobbies. There'll just be less lobbies to join in PC. That can be really annoying sometimes, especially like certain hours. There's just like a lot less people playing. And one big thing about console is there's no aimbot hackers like this guy right here. So that's pretty much all the differences that I've noticed from switching over to PC from console. I did that recently. I stream on YouTube now pretty much every night starting about 8 p.m. California time. I also come out with a new video usually every Saturday, sometimes Wednesdays too. So subscribe if you want to see more of that. Thanks for watching.